Difference between fairies tales and folk tales. Differences. Folk tales are orally transferred from one generation to another. Fairy tales are written literature. Folk tales reflect real-life events. Fairy tales involve magic and mythical creatures. There is a more active conflict resolution in folk tales. There is less active conflict in fairy tales. Folk tales are less inclined in aristocracy. Fairy tales are inclined more in aristocracy. Folk tale derives the story from a real-life phenomenon. Fairy tales are made up and written down. Folk tale is a story with a basis of true-to-life events. Fairy tales are based on fiction. In folk tales, the characters would resolve conflicts by using their human capacities. In fairy tales, the characters would resolve conflicts with the help of fairies and other magical creatures. In folk tales, the conflict then arises from the human versus nature or human versus human form. In fairy tales, the conflict takes on the form of human versus magic and, thus, can be resolved only by magic. In folk tales generally take on active conflict resolution from the major character against the minor characters. Major characters in fairy tales are simply passive and subject to sufferings usually resolved with the help of the minor characters who happen to be fairies and other mythical beings. Similarities. Both types of literature are instructive. Both take their roots from tradition. Both leave the readers or listeners a few lessons. Both also give caution to readers about the possible outcome of a particular behavior or attitude.